समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
In 2018, at the audio launch of his film Sarkar, Vijay was asked if he would become a real life CM. His response was, and I quote, "If I become the chief minister, I won't just act like one. I'll do my job with sincerity." Unquote. In the movie, Vijay plays the role of a ruthless NRI businessman who returns from the US to find that someone else has already cast his vote. His fight against that electoral fraud leads him into a war against the political class. Incidentally, Ganesh Kumar was still in the Union Ministry of Home Affairs in 2018. Otherwise, who knows? Vijay would probably have been fighting against the deletion of his name in the SIR exercise in that movie. Real life Vijay says in Sarkar, and I quote him again, "If you want to change the government, don't look for a leader. Become the leader." Unquote. The ruling and the opposition parties come together to defeat him in that movie. No prize guessing who won. Vijay wins the election but decides to make an honest IAS officer the chief minister. In real life, C. Joseph Vijay decided to do the job himself. As he took oath as Tamil Nadu chief minister on Sunday, he may well have in mind what he had vowed to do at the audio launch of Sarkar 7.5 years ago. That is, to do the job with sincerity. It's probably too early to ask if he can, or is it really early? Look at how he has cobbled together a majority in the assembly with parties that still swear allegiance to what he calls his political enemy, the DMK. Vijay's party, the TVK, Tamilaga Vetri Kadagam or Tamil Nadu Victory Party, has 107 members after he resigned from his second seat, Trichy East. For now, Vijay can count on the support of the 5 Congress MLAs. If you saw Rahul Gandhi at the venue of Vijay's swearing-in ceremony in Chennai on Sunday, you might get the impression that the two were long-lost pals. Back in 2009, Vijay and his father visited Rahul Gandhi in New Delhi at the latter's behest. Gandhi reportedly wanted Vijay to join the Youth Congress, but the actor had other plans. 17 years later, in 2026, as Gandhi sat beside Vijay in Chennai on Sunday, the Congress leader was beaming with pride. Should this make Vijay assured of the support of 112 MLAs, including 5 Congress MLAs? Let's see. These 5 Congress MLAs owe their poll wins to MK Stalin's DMK, not Gandhi. Vijay can surely count on them as long as the DMK sits in the opposition, biding its time. Then there are the 4 MLAs from the 2 left parties who have extended support from outside. They have clarified that they will continue to work with the DMK to safeguard the state's interests. The remaining 4 MLAs came from 2 parties, 2 each from the IUML and the VCK. Both parties have also extended support to Vijay, but they remain in the DMK-led alliance. Except for the Congress, which has snapped ties with the DMK, all others are extending outside support to the Vijay-led government. Essentially, the survival of Vijay's government, as it looks today, depends on the pleasure of Stalin, his political enemy. And why is the DMK propping him up through its allies? Because it had to preempt the imposition of the president's rule and deny the single MLA party, the BJP, any opportunity to rule Tamil Nadu by proxy. So why not seal the deal with the AIADMK then? Well, the ruling and the opposition parties had come together in the Sarkar film too to deal with Vijay's character, but he had the better of them in the end. In real life, the DMK and the AIADMK, who have been rivals for 5 decades, coming together to deny power to Vijay would not help their cause. Their cadres and the people in general would look at it as a cynical alliance. Anyway, why give a new lease of life to E.K. Palaniswamy, whose grip on the AIADMK is set to weaken fast after the latest electoral defeat? It's only a matter of time before the AIADMK starts imploding. Stalin can always hope to demolish the AIADMK brick by brick. And with the EPS coming a cropper and the AIADMK left in the doldrums without Jayalalitha's star power, Stalin can even hope to reacquire what was once a breakaway faction of the DMK. The AIADMK, it said, was willing to support Vijay, but he was cold to its overtures. Stalin seems to have all the aces in hand. Stalin does not seem to be in a hurry. Not letting Vijay form the government would have boomeranged. He would return with a big majority if there were fresh elections. As the DMK chief said in an interview after the results, he would not disturb Vijay for 6 months. By letting his alliance partners help Vijay form a majority, Stalin is looking like a statesman who has respected the public mandate. He would rather have Vijay fail. The TVK has made very tall promises, cash and doles to almost everyone, big claims about women's safety, honest administration as his ideology, etc., etc. It's easier said than done, especially for a newbie in politics and governance. But the people would expect the Vijay of Sarkar to deliver the same in real life. In the first 3 to 4 days after the results, Vijay looked like a deer caught in the headlights. After his first meeting with the governor, who asked him to come back with the letters of support to prove a majority, he should have realized that his ideological enemy, the BJP, was out there to test his mettle. The star that he is, he did not even try to meet the potential allies. He got other TVK leaders to reach out to them through WhatsApp messages. How could a superhero seek anyone's help or support? In the meantime, Vijay called on the governor twice, obviously hoping that the latter would relent. Even on Saturday, after he had secured the requisite numbers, Vijay set off for Raj Bhavan for a 4th meeting, only to be told that the appointment was yet to be confirmed. The meeting finally happened, but it must have come as a reality check for the superstar in Tamil Nadu. At least 1/4 of his MLAs come from other parties who capitalized on his popularity to get TVK tickets and win. Can he bank on their support if the going gets tough? For instance, his close aide, Adhav Arjun, was in the DMK and the VCK before he joined the TVK. He was sworn in as a minister on Sunday. He is the son-in-law of lottery king Santiago Martin, who was the DMK's biggest donor. Arjuna's mother-in-law, Lima Rose Martin, is an AIADMK MLA. Arjuna's brother-in-law is a BJP ally in Puducherry. Many others who were sworn in have had their roots in other parties. Vijay does not even recognize most of his MLAs. Fan clubs were handy in the election, but they cannot supplant a well-knit political organization. Stalin must be watching Vijay's every move very closely, even as he met him on Monday. He does not have to hurry. He would just let the film star fumble and falter in governance in the next 6 months, perhaps a few months more or a few months less. If voters were fatigued with nearly 6 decades of rule by the two Dravidian majors, Stalin would want them to realize that the actor turned politician is no alternative. Once Stalin is convinced of his message reaching those who were yearning for a change, he would ask his allies supporting the Vijay government to pull the rug from under its feet. Stalin would also want to see what happens in the AIADMK camp in the meantime. When to go for a fresh election would be the DMK's call as it is. What Stalin may need to account for is the possibility of the superhero springing a surprise on the traditional politicians, as he did in Sarkar movie. Once Vijay proves the majority in the assembly on the 13th of May, he will have gained at least 6 months to prove himself. Can he get more MLAs from the DMK or the AIADMK to consolidate his majority? The DMK has 59 and the AIADMK has 47 members in the assembly. Expecting 2/3 of the members of either party to defect and join Vijay to avoid disqualification under the anti-defection law would be a tall ask. The BJP has shown the way in so many states. get a dozen or so from another party to resign, then get them re-elected. However, the TVK is not the BJP and Vijay has nobody in his core team who comes remotely close to Amit Shah. TVK does not even have the resources to convince the potential defectors to risk disqualification. What if they don't get re-elected? If things start going badly for EPS in the AIADMK, Vijay can, however, hope to get support from EPS and seize it. There are already signs of EPS being under pressure from his party colleagues to extend support to the Vijay-led government. On Sunday, two senior AIADMK leaders, Shivi Shanmugam and SP Velumani, held a meeting with party MLAs to explore the option of supporting the government. EPS held a parallel meeting with the party's district secretaries. Vijay may take comfort from these developments in the AIADMK camp, but if he has to survive on the clutches of DMK's allies and the AIADMK, the entire slogan of being the third alternative to established Dravidian majors would go for a toss. The scenarios can change if Vijay is able to pull a rabbit out of his hat in the next 6 months of governance. Something that would force his political adversaries to do a rethink about pulling him down and facing election. That sounds far-fetched as of now. Another option would be to do what Aam Aadmi Party's Arvind Kejriwal did in Delhi in 2014. Resign after a short term of 49 days in office with the excuse that the mainstream parties are not allowing him to function. I'm not saying 49 days for Vijay too. That was about Kejriwal's decision. Congress BJP's opposition to the Kejriwal government's Jan Lokpal bill was an excuse in that case in 2014. If Vijay does a similar thing after a few months, he could appeal to the people to give him a clear mandate to live up to their expectations. Of course, TVK is not the AAP and Vijay is not Arvind Kejriwal. Nor is Tamil Nadu politics the same as Delhi's. As it is, odds seem to be stacked against the new Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. One can only hope to see the rabbits coming out of his hat, even though he does not wear one. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. Thanks for watching.